guys. Yes, this is another episode on Ito platform. My name is Wanjiko, the brave voice. On this episode today, we are talking about self-love. We are talking about independent people, and we are talking about stable human beings. What are we talking about today? Because we are living in an era of people who are not stable. People who need an accompaniment for them to be stable. Wanahitaji kitu ya kuwashikilia for them to be stable. We are talking about people who are committing suicide. Others are just crashing their life down after an incident has happened. It is high time we understand who is a human being. Who is a human being? What do we need to understand? When you get back to the Bible, when you get back to the Word of God, it is time we understand. Who are we? Sisi ni nani? First subscribe and remember to like, share, and comment. Let's get into it. Grab something that you can drink together. Hi. Today I've got a message and I will read you this message from a fan and a man who is really struggling. This man says, "Hi Wanjiko, how are you doing? I feel like I want to crash. You know what happened? My wife of many years, after many years of suffering together with her, after many years of sustaining each other and making sure that we don't give up on each other, she has gotten a job. My wife has gotten a better job than mine, and she's earning better than what I earn." I'm reading from here, from my tab. Now, kindly tell me, Wanjiko, what do I do? Because my wife, whom I took to college, has left with another man who is of her caliber and who fits in her office that she got after being promoted and got a job. My life is crashed. I don't know what to do. Tell me, Wanjiko, what do I do after my wife of many years has left me, deserted me, and went away with another man? For our 2 children, they are all grown up, but I feel wasted and used. In my old age, approaching my 60s, I feel wasted. After many years of investment, and this has happened even in friendship and relationships, people have invested much on others, and in return, they receive the worst. It is high time we understand, who are you first? Before all the other titles that you hold, before all the other persons and the people that are around you or associated with you, who are you? Whatever you are doing, have you taken the whole position of who a human being is? I'm very sorry for this man. It is really hard when someone fails you after many years of walking a journey together. This has happened even to ladies, to children. Their parents have failed them in offices, in the corporate sectors, in businesses. These things are happening every day. And it's high time we understand, where is your position? You remember in the Bible, God came to look for Adam and asked Adam, "Where are you? Where are you, Adam?" And this is a problem. Where are you? Because you have many, maybe not even 2 or 3 or 4. We have so many positions where people are lying. We have people who always say, if I lose this job, if one day I become poor, that is the time I'll quit everything about life. I cannot live a life when I don't have money. Others says, I cannot live my life when my marriage is apart. I cannot live my life when my body is not functioning. I cannot live my life if my children are normal with me. I cannot live my life if my parents do this and this to me. We have these people, and they have given their life to something. And this is so dangerous. When you have got those attachments, and they are not permanent, because no human being is permanent. No situations is permanent. We don't have any situation that is permanent here, because there are seasons, and those seasons will come and they will go. Life is all about seasons, and some things are not predictable. Today I want to talk about this man who is about to end and who is thinks of ending life. Does he know who he is first? Does he know his value even before having a wife? Even before he became an adult? He had a value. Where do we find this value? Because we have people who have been suffering and people who have ended their life. Others are in depression and stress because they give out their life to someone or something. Why do you do that? Why do you give your life to something? Why do you give your life to your job? Why do you give your life and I give mine to my status or my where I live or my names or my titles? Who is a human being? Binadamu ni nani? Because even before you got all those titles, before you got those jobs and opportunities and businesses, you had your value, by the way. You had your value. The earlier you know, and the earlier you know, the better. This happens during creation. That's the genesis of a human being. And I wish we can read this one as we get to understand. It's high time you hold your value. Hold your value. Even if everything around you is not working, you are supposed to live. You are supposed to feel good about you. You are supposed to enjoy life. You are supposed to be happy. You are supposed to be peaceful. That is your heritage, and that is your right, and that is your portion. In the book of Genesis, so that we wind up on this one, because it is so hurting for this man. Your wife failing you in the days you've spent together, you have invested with her, and she has failed you, and she's with another man. Then what? Then what? Because this is the heart on an uprooted session. And that's why the Bible asks, what happens to the uprooted trees? Because at given times, people are uprooted. At times, it's not intentional, it just happens because it's life. What do we do? Do we wake up and walk? Or do we mourn and end everything? You know, one of the biggest enemy of a human being, it's what people will say. It's what people will view you. And at times we don't feel, or we fail to see what will God view me, even after my wife has done that to me, even after my husband. Because people are just people. They are temporary and they have thousands of errors. Situations and seasons. There's winter, there's spring. Like here in our country right now, it is so hot. But in the next 2, 3, 4 months, it will not be hot, by the way. It will be so cold. It will be so cold. Because they are just bad seasons. Let's understand this together, because it's important you detach yourself from temporary things of life. Kabisa, it is high time you detach yourself. All these things that you see around, don't attach your life to them. Because one particular time, could not be today, but one time in life, they might go segemnege. They might go kukulokakala. They might go shaky. Then what? Then what? No, then what? You die? You get ulcers for what? For what? Were you created for ulcers? Was your body made for ulcers and depression and sicknesses? That is not the issue. That's a lie. Let's get there. In the book of Genesis 1. Hey, Genesis 1. Let's start from verse 26 so that we understand a human being. I know I'm talking to people who are hurting. And here on this channel, I'm so sorry because we will not sympathize. Hatutajihurumia. Instead, we will wake up, wipe up the dust, wipe it out, wipe it out, wipe it out. Then in a few, we stand and we shine and we don't apologize. Because God is so interested with your take of the issues of life. And that will determine where you go, what will happen, because God will never change. What will change is you. You will change your thinking, you will change your attitude, and you will change your take. The book of Genesis 26, God spoke and said, let us make human beings in our image. Make them reflecting our nature. Understand that? Reflecting whose? God's nature. Let's proceed. I want to absorb that too. To understand that here I am. I'm representing my Papa, my Father in heaven. It's high time people don't apologize. You are representing God here. Why are you apologizing to who? Live like a king because you're a king. Live like a king. What happened? Let it happen, but you are supposed to live. Become mama. I'm coming down. So, they can be responsible for the fish, for the sea, for the birds in the air, the cattle. Yes. Even earth itself, every animal that moves and in the face or on the face of the earth. God created human beings. He created them God-like. So we are God-like. Every human being here, we are God-like. Then it didn't end there. God created male and female. Mama na baba. And then he blessed them. God blessed them. The first thing God did to us, it is blessing us. We were blessed. Zajega labeza. That is being blessed in French. Let's proceed. What did happen? What was the message to us as human beings? Prosper. That was the first one. Reproduce. That is bringing new things here, creating things. Fill the earth. Take charge. And that's why on this channel, we are taking charge. Because God did not say, stay holding your hardy, I will take charge of your rifle. God did not say like that. Hold your hands with your head down. Wait for me to take charge. You know, whatever happened in my life, it was so bitter. But I'm waiting for God to make a decision for me. It is a lie. God told you to take charge. And also me, here. I'm supposed to take charge. Like, enough is enough. The doctor said what? I'll die. Okay, I'm taking charge now. Listen here, doctor. I know you've studied, but I am also in charge. You have your medical attention. Listen to me, corporate experts. I know you have your version and your education. Thank you. But now I'm in charge. Which background are you using? Don't mind me. I'm in charge now. Because the Bible and the Word has given us an opportunity and a mandate to take charge. Prosper, reproduce, fill the earth. Be responsible for fish, for sea, for birds in the air, and every living thing that moves. Then, verse 29, then God said, I have given you every sort of seed-bearing plant on earth, and every fruit-bearing tree, given them to you for food. To all animals and all birds, everything that moves and breathes, I give whatever grows out on the ground for food. And there it was. Now verse 31, that is the climax as we end of this episode. Yes, that is the climax. In the book of Genesis 1 verse 31, God looked over everything that he had made. And he said, and so it was so good. So very good. Hands down on a tour. God looked at everything, and everything included you and me. God looked at Wanjiko, and God said, this is so nice. This is so nice. God looked at you, my viewer that I love so much, on Itua platform. And so it was so nice. Yes, even you with your whatever you do, in the way you look, God saw you are so beautiful. In fact, even today when he looks at you, you're so good. So good. Even if you are divorced, even if you don't have someone to love you, even if you don't have maybe a job right now, when God looks at you, he's like, God, look at this one. So beautiful. As we wind up on this one, my wonderful, wonderful viewer that I love so much, God is looking at you and he's so much admiring you and loving you, because when he created you from the first day, he saw you are so beautiful and very nice. For this great man, we want you to start from the point of being loved. Whatever she did, that was her decision. That was not your decision. Whatever happened, that was not your fault. Just happened. And even if it was your fault, God has second chances for you. It comes to a point in life when you just leave the rest and concentrate on you alone before you even concentrate on other things. Why? Because if you are not stable, you will not even handle anything. First, deal with you. And this is what I'll urge this great man that is asking what next after the husband, our husband of many years, is deserted by the wife he supported. I would like to see and also hear your take on this as you continue living our life to the fullest and taking charge. Remember, when we were created, we were told to take charge. This is Itua platform. Another great episode. Join me on another one.